Real
But
quick, Jess, I just wanted to say, did it feel a little bit like little brother kind of getting his comeuppance a little bit with big brother? Some of the antics after the Padres were up, 2-1. Dodger fans didn't help themselves by throwing shit onto the field. But, a lot of the antics, the tongue sticking out, the fucking gyrating, the fucking talking shit, Manny
trolling the fans when you rob the home run, things like that.
Like
Yeah.
a team meeting, talking about Kopech, like his fastball's bad right now. He was saying in Spanish how bad it is, blah blah. And then like Kopech retired to the side, including Manny. It was like struck him out. So it's just like it felt like there was a little bit of like, hey man, no, it's not gamesmanship. You guys are just like taunting, like you really think this is over. And it was like the big brother response, like, oh okay, well all right, now pitch to me.
No. It felt like Dave Roberts made a good point about this. It felt like a fight. And it felt like, maybe like the little brother is now just as big as Big Brother. So now they're like they're the same size now. So it's like more evenly matched. And I think that they got their punches in early in the fight. But the Dodgers, with their experience, they've been through so many wars, they were able to sort of like weather the storm. It's like you gotta knock the champ out, so to speak. You gotta really drop him and knock him out. And the Dodgers just hung in there. And then what did they do? They pulled an Alex Pereira and they just fucked him up in the final 2 games, and kind of showed who's still. They not like us, Brandon.
They are not like
right?
us, Jess.
They are not like us. And that's not me knocking the Padres. I think that they are a great team, and I think that like they probably go on to win the World Series if they win that game yesterday.
I agree. I think the Padres are great, and I'll take it a step further, and I think what they've built down there in San Diego is great for baseball. Respects to the late owner. I saw Darvish touching the patch. It was just, I don't know. I think Darvish is a class act. I think their new manager is awesome. An awesome fit, Mike Schilt. There's a lot to be excited and proud of in San Diego, but this was definitely a redemption arc, dude. This was definitely Rocky 3, the redemption arc for.
Yeah, but to your point about their antics, this is the point. You cannot do that stuff where you're wagging your tongue, where you're like trolling the crowd, where you're blowing kisses, talking shit about the other teams, like making obviously in front of the camera so the camera sees you, doing all that stuff, and then going 24 innings without scoring a run and like having terrible swings to the plate, terrible at bats, total lackluster, weak effort to end your season. When you had a 2-1 lead at home, you can't do it. Like that's a bad look. And they're going to have to do some serious soul searching. Something tells me they're never going to change. But, like, I do think they can win a World Series. But, like, if they don't change it, I don't think they ever will. Because I think that they're always going to kind of have... It comes off like good leadership, but I actually think it's bad leadership.
I agree. And I think this is kind of one of the last things I just want to... I don't want to kick them while they're down, but I think this is a perfect example. And it goes to...
I do.
After the game. Just going...
I want to kick them while they're down.
I don't want to give their pitching credit. We just didn't come through. But they didn't score for 24 combined innings over 2 games.
That's what Profar said, right?
Yeah, that was Profar's quote after the game. So I think there was an image, Jesse, of the Dodgers celebrating with the Padres team watching from the dugout. But it looks like there are 3 notorious absences from the photo, and that is Tatis, Machado, and Profar. Your heart of the lineup, your team leaders, and I think that kind of speaks to it. So until there is...
That's a bad look, dude.
Yeah, until there is a little bit of ownership, holding your head high in defeat, kind of, Say what you will about Kershaw's postseason, shortcomings over the years. There's been a lot of high moments, and high or low, he's faced the cameras or, wore it. I don't think you can say that about Manny. I guess he can't say it for Tatis. I don't know if it's fair, even though he's been on the team a while now. He's had a few postseason runs, and for a couple games in the series, he looked like fucking Babe Ruth out there, dude. He was men's league softball. He just was hitting everything. But
No, but you can't do that. You can't you can't leave your team hanging. I mean, it could just be like bad timing because like Tatis was the final one to ground out, so he might have ran off the field and just gone straight into the dugout, like pissed off. But like, it's just a bad look when your team is out there watching the other team celebrate, especially in this heated of a rivalry. The last guy on the bench is like your rookie, Jackson Merrill. He's the last one on the bench watching the Dodgers celebrate. It's kind of it's telling to me about like who the future leader of that team is, and I think it's going to be Jackson Merrill. I think Jackson Merrill will be like he's going to be like a cornerstone of that team for years to come.
And last thing, he's my pick for fucking NL Rookie of the Year. No disrespect to Skeens, but I think what he did in the playoffs was incredible, and I think that means something.
It does, and I think that he was also clutch down the stretch. He had a lot of big game-winning hits for the Padres, too. He was awesome. I think he's, like, my favorite Padre right now. He's probably, like, obviously I'm scared of Tatis and Machado, but just I think I'm scared of him because he just makes that lineup so much deeper. But either way, the Dodgers have done it. They have knocked off the Padres. It is over. We don't have to worry about them again this year. Enjoy Cancun. Have a good time drinking pina coladas. You frauds. Anyways, so
there was another elimination game today, Papas.
Oh, yeah, but really quick, Muncy did one cool thing in the locker room and the celebration. You can tell what this meant to the Dodgers. He goes onto a live stream, like somebody's live streaming on the phone, and he goes up to the camera and he says, 80% of you fuckers didn't believe in us.
80% of you fuckers didn't believe in us. 80% of you fuckers thought we were gonna lose.
I was like, yeah, Muncy, you go. You went 0 for 4 in this game, too, but you go, Muncy.
Yeah,
Let's
dude,
go.
Fuck it. Keep the receipts and drop that dick, dude.